Today I'm going to test the most profitable indicator strategy created by Quantum Trading Strategies. They claim that this strategy has a 100% win rate and it works on all time frames. So we're going to backtest it 100 times with an initial account size set at $1,000, 2% risk per trade and a flexible take profit target. We're going to do our backtesting on the Trader Edge app. I know a lot of you guys have been asking about this website. Besides their easy backtesting tool, they got plenty other useful features like a strategy library where you can save all your favorite strategies. They also have a leaderboard of top indicators and strategies that even have over 70% win rate. You can download them to TradingView or MT4 platforms. Also, they got a profit and loss calendar. This is where you can track your strategy performance over time when trading live. So yeah, guys, I highly recommend Trader Edge. Feel free to sign up for their free trial. I'm going to leave a link in the description below. Okay, we're going to backtest this strategy on a Bitcoin 5-minute chart, and now let's go ahead and search for our indicators. So for the first indicator, we're going to use SSL channel, this one right here. And for our second indicator, we're going to use CCI, Commodity Channel Index. Okay, so now we need to adjust these indicators. So first, let's double click on this SSL channel and change the inputs from 10 to 13. And also change the style, so let's make these lines more visible. Now let's make some adjustments to our CCI indicator. So first of all, let's change the inputs from 20 to 40. And change the style, so let's remove the background. Change the colors for these bands. And change from a dashed to a regular line. Okay, so our strategy is now ready. Let's get into our trading rules. Okay, so for a long signal to be valid, we first need to have a signal from our SSL channel. So this green line has to cross over this red line. This would indicate a bullish signal. And our CCI indicator has to simultaneously cross upwards one of these lines. So it's either this red upper band that's set at 100 or this lower band that's set at -100. And once we have these two indicators issuing a long signal at the same time, we're going to go ahead and take a long position, set our stop loss at the recent swing low. And now, very important thing to mention, if the price goes in our favor and we have a winning trade, we're going to close the position whenever we have this blue CCI line crossing downwards this upper band. And now let's see whether this trade was successful. Okay, so we just had a cross from our CCI indicator right on his candlestick. And now let's see how profitable this trade was. Okay, so our risk to reward ratio on this particular trade is 3.34. And since we're risking 2% of our account per each trade, on this particular trade, we would have made 6.68% profit. Exactly opposite rules apply when entering short trades. So first of all, we need to have a signal from our SSL channel. So this red line has to cross over this green line. This would indicate a bearish signal. Also, we need to have our CCI blue line simultaneously crossing downwards one of these two bands. In this particular example, the CCI is crossing a upper band. So this would be a valid signal for us to take a short position. We also see our indicators issued a sell signal at the same time. So now let's go ahead and take a short position, set our stop loss at the recent swing high. And now if the price moves in our favor and we have a profitable trade, we're going to close the position as soon as the blue line crosses upwards this green line. So first of all, we need to wait for this blue line to cross downwards into this overbought zone and cross back up. So now let's see if this trade was successful. Okay, so now we see the CCI blue line just crossed into this overbought zone. So now we're waiting for this line to cross back up. Okay, so we have our cross right here on this candlestick. So now let's see how profitable this trade was. Okay, so we see this trade was quite successful. Our risk to reward ratio is 4.64. And since we're risking 2% of our account per each trade, on this particular trade, we would have made 9.28% profit. Now let me give you an example where you wouldn't have entered a short trade. So we see we had a sell signal issued by our SSL channel indicator. We see the red line just crossed over this green line. But our CCI indicator issued this signal a few candlesticks earlier. So because these indicators didn't issue the sell signal simultaneously, we wouldn't have taken this short trade. Here's the same situation for a long trade you would have skipped. So we see see a long signal from our SSL channel issued on this candlestick right here, but our CCI indicator issued this signal way earlier. So again, this long signal wouldn't be valid because our indicators didn't issue it at the same time. Here's also an example where you would have skipped a long trade. So we see our SSL channel just issued a long signal. The green line just crossed above this red line, but our CCI blue line is still sitting in the middle. So we do not wait for this indicator to catch up. We see it only cut up 2 candlesticks later, so you wouldn't have taken this long trade. So we see the whole idea behind this strategy is to keep us out of this choppy market, because as we can see, none of these signals were valid. Okay, so now we know exactly how to trade with this system, so let's actually backtest it 100 times and see how well it performs over time. Okay, so I just finished my backtesting, and as we can see, the system has shown us some amazing results. Our win rate is only 56%, it claimed to be 100, and we only gained 11.3% on our account after 100 trades. But I want you to take a look at this equity curve. I mean, what is this? So as far as I can see, the biggest drawdown we had was this one right here. This is where we lost 15% of our account in less than 20 trades. Also, our profit factor is 1.16, and we had 6 consecutive wins against 5 consecutive losses. Okay, so I'm going to give this system another chance because apparently our money management wasn't right. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to set the initial account size at $1,000. I'm going to set 2% risk per trade and 3% profit. So our risk to reward ratio is 1 to 1.5. And hopefully this adjustment will improve our strategy. We're also going to test it on a different cryptocurrency. So let's pick Dogecoin. Okay, so once again, the rules are going to stay the same. And for example, if we had a long signal issued by both of our indicators, we're going to take a long position, set our stop loss at the recent swing low, and now target 1.5 times the risk. There we go. Okay, so now let's do another 100 tests and see if it makes any difference. Okay, so the difference is definitely significant. We actually made this strategy even worse. Now our win rate is only 41%, and we increased our account size, can you imagine, by 2.02% after 100 trades. But I mean, take a look at this equity curve. I mean, do you see any problems with it? Because I definitely do. Look, I'm not trying to mock anyone, but take a look at this drawdown. I mean, what is this? If you had started trading with this system somewhere right there, you would have had, what, 30% drawdown? I don't think you would have ever recovered after these losses. Okay, so in terms of win rate, our strategy is currently sitting on its 20th place. And in terms of account growth, I think it's on 3rd place from the bottom because we had some strategies giving us some negative returns. So yeah, hopefully this video will save you some time and money. Thanks for this awesome strategy, bro. Keep up the good work.